Originating in the 5th millennium BC, Egyptian astronomy was very important in the African country Egypt. For example, the star Sirius allowed the Egyptians to predict the flooding of the Nile and when to plant crops. Egyptians used astronomy for many things. First, to worship and create religions. Second, for navigation. And third, for gaining knowledge about the universe. To the Egyptians, the sky was another ocean, held up by an invisible force. The Egyptians also believed, for a good amount of time too, that the sun sailed across the sky, and at night waited in a place called Duet, also where the stars lived in day, and that the stars would sail through the sky at night, just as the sun did. Every day, 3 different gods ruled: Horus for morning, Ra for noon, and Autumn for evening. When the Egyptians didn't have an answer to the universe, they would come up with myths to cover up the unknown. This is one way that religions were created. And because priests were the same thing as astronomers. Some Egyptian gods were represented in constellations, while others were physical bodies in space like planets or our sun. The Egyptians believed that each star in the universe was either a god or a goddess. The only facts the Egyptians really knew about the universe was the 5 planets, the retrograde of Mars, and the revolution of Venus and Mercury around the sun. They divided the night sky into 36 different groups known as the decans, and recognized over 40 different constellations. The Egyptians had already developed a calendar and knew very well that there's 365 days in a year. Sundials were a very popular way of telling time back then. The Egyptians built structures around the stars. For example, the Great Pyramids were aligned with the cardinal points, and many temples have been based around the sunrise. Nabda is one of the most important and strange mysteries in ancient Egypt. Nabda has 3 stone slabs aligned with Orion's belt and 1 aligned with the sunset. Scientists were led to believe that Nabda was actually an ancient calendar developed by the Egyptians. While being the only megalithic circle in all of ancient Egypt, scientists were also led to believe that the stone circles at Nabda could have possibly accurately marked the summer solstice. Although we have discovered much about ancient Egyptian astronomy, there's still so much more to be discovered.